Okay, good morning. This is Wednesday, November 9th, 2022, and it's a little past 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so what's going on with the market? There's not a lot going on. Yesterday the market went up, and now it's down to here. Same thing with this. So it's still in its balance area, and this is all I look at. The Dow, of course, broke out of its balance area, created another one, and then popped out. So I think the NASDAQ is basically leading the way. It might start heading down, but either way, I have my put options that I bought up in here, up in this area, for the market to go down, and so I'm still expecting that to happen. In the meantime, I'm not trading right now, at least not in this market, because I don't see anything happen. It's just pretty much stagnant in here, and the Dow's at its top. So last time the Dow came up, hit a high, came back down, and this time it went up a little further, so it might come down a little bit further. Not sure, but again, I'm holding my position because I'm expecting this market to go down. And of course, if it goes up and it goes above this line, then I'd have to get out of my positions. But for now, I'm not doing that. I'm just standing still. So back to one chart. Here's the ES. Again, we're back. We're still in this balance area. And I don't do anything until it pokes above here, it goes down there. So I've already have my positions in place, and same thing with this. I purchased some positions down here, and the market went up, came up, and went back down. And I did, I believe, I have to look back. I thought I bought some call options here. I'm pretty sure I did, and rode it all the way up to here, and then sold and turned around, bought some put options. And so that's how the game is played. You can ride these up and down. There's enough bounce in here. I got enough points in order for this to come up here to make a decent amount of money. If it was a small balance area like this, in order to make money on this, you can still do it, but that's more of a day trader's paradise in here. So I like to trade these bigger balance areas. I will day trade from time to time, but only when I see something like news reports. Like this is a news report here, and it bounced up, and I can trade that in a day. Other than that, I just stick to my longer term positions, which is 1 to 2 weeks, and that's it. So there's not a lot to say today, just waiting for things to happen here. So this is a Bitcoin chart, and I had mentioned, these balance areas. This was a very high when all those people had lost millions of dollars because they didn't know how to trade. They're thinking this was going to keep going up, and they're in for a long haul, which obviously doesn't work. And then it hit these balance areas, and then you don't trade it till it breaks out. And now we're in this balance area. And I had mentioned before that until this breaks out, I might trade it. And so that's what happened. It broke out. There's one bar down. Then you got your second bar. So I actually bought about 30 contracts, I believe, here. Because it looks like that's where it's going. It's going down. It's broken its balance area, and it looks like the second bar is pretty much a confirmation. It could come back and pop in here, and then I'll have to sell. But with the second bar down here and the overall weakness of the market, then looks like it's a pretty good trade right here. And so how far is this going to go? I don't know. It could go all the way back down to the bottom, which a lot of people think that's not possible, but I've seen this happen in 2000. The stocks were way up there, hundreds of dollars. They went down to $3, $4. So the same thing can happen now, and I believe that's what's going to happen. It's probably going to go down to just an estimate somewhere around here, maybe around 10,000 and 8,000 before it hits bottom, and then in a couple of years it'll start heading back up, or sooner than that. But I'm just saying in a couple of years it might just come back. It might take a long time to get back up to these areas again. So in the meantime, just focusing on now, it looks like it's breaking down. The rest of the market is breaking down too. Underlying stocks are breaking down, and the indexes are breaking down too. Looks like they're balancing. But so this is what's going on with this. So what do I trade? Let's see, I trade. These are ProShares as ETF, and this is what I got into right here. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. A 4-hour chart here. And so it's been channeling all the way from June. It's a long channel, and like I said before, when it starts balancing this long and staying in this area, when it breaks out, it's going to go pretty big. And that's, this one this was a balance area in here. There's a balance area. And it's a pretty good sized balance area, and it broke down into here, and it channeled for a long time. So it didn't give you much of a heads up because it only had one bar and it just went straight down. So I always usually get in the second bar, so that would be here, and the most you can write it down is about here. So it would be from here to here, and now and this day traders are loving this because it's hitting the top and it's coming down. They're selling, it's coming up, coming down. Time to buy in here, comes up here. And it never really went past this line. So this actually created another little balance area. Right in here. Maybe here. There's another balance area right there. So there's balance areas within balance areas, and sometimes these balance areas grow. If this were to pop up and come up in here, then it would make this thing bigger. Again, balance areas doesn't matter. It's in every chart. Every chart. It doesn't matter if I'm trading indexes, Bitcoin, stocks, you're going to find these. And this is how I trade. This is how I suggest you trade. You look for these. Broke down. I bought here put options, meaning I'm expecting the market to go down. And it looks like a very, very safe trade. If it comes back up here and starts to go back in this area, then I get out, but at least I bought close to the top. And then it got out, and yeah. So that's it. You want to hit these, you want to buy close to the top here if you want this market to go down. You want to buy close to the bottom if you want this market to go up. And that minimizes your losses. And so that's where I'm at there. Pretty safe bet. Okay, back to the ES. So this is where we're at. So let's see what happens. And like not a lot's going on with this. Like say the underlying stocks and Bitcoin, they're starting to really break down a lot. And that's just going to bring everything down. At least that's what I believe. Because I've seen this before. They say history doesn't always repeat itself. Well, actually it does, because human beings haven't changed in countless thousands of years. So still the same pattern. This doesn't change. You got these balance areas all over the place. And that's not going to change until human behavior changes. And that's not going to happen. People change on an individual basis, but as a group, pretty much stays the same. been like that for thousands, maybe even millions of years. So here we go. Market started to head down. I think this is a NASDAQ here. I believe NASDAQ is leading the way down. And we'll wait and see. All right. Talk to you guys later.